What's up, guys? Basically, what I want to talk about here is I want to talk about Concord and I want to talk about gaming in general with money and market value. This is going to be kind of freeform, just stuff that's off the top of my head. So, with Concord, I don't know much about it in the context of how the game itself played. I happen to follow a lot of content creators that have been talking about the game, and one of them specifically I listened to on an extended lunch at work today, Asmongold. Now with our stone cold Steve Asmon, fucking Lord and Savior of Twitch and YouTube, I would say, he was talking about Concord while watching a video titled "Concord is Dead, Time to Address the Elephant in the Room." And in that video, within 2 minutes, he said something that made me want to make this video.
And I'm going to have an unpopular opinion. I don't think that the $40 price tag played even 5% of the role of the game not being successful.
In that regard, I completely fucking agree with him, because we live in a society where bills are at an all-time high. But the other day I spent like $60 on like 6 items. I bought chicken breasts and some vegetables. And yeah, you could say I made the wrong choice with chicken breast, but I got a pregnant girlfriend that I gotta feed, and I'm trying to do the healthy thing. So fuck me, I guess, for trying to be healthy. But with that being said, when basic expenses pile up like that, and we have to choose between like things that we like, why would I possibly pay $40 for something that pisses me off when I could spend $4 on here like I'm doing right now to play Brotato? If I'm gonna spend that type of money on something, because understand that this thing is competing for my desire to play something that's gonna make me not stress and take the edge off of my day, and all it does is berate my intelligence, insult me, and try to sell me a lackluster product and then say fuck you and charge you on top of it. And what I mean by charge me on top of it, because I'm not talking about the $40 price tag, I'm talking about the fucking cosmetics and shit that it tries to sell you. They could at least take the Halo approach and put it on like the PSN subscription and then charge you for the cosmetics on there and make the game baseline free, but they didn't do that. They charged you $40 for shit and stuff, something that no one wants. And their pursuit for making the game for everybody, they somehow managed to alienate anybody that would possibly want to watch it and offend the type of groups that they were trying so hard to represent. It's like Ubisoft with fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows, where they wanted to make a Japanese Assassin's Creed, and they chose Yasuke for it, and then everything surrounding that. I don't think I have to get into that, but what I am going to get into with that for a brief little bit is their fucking trailer. They had like a fucking... They couldn't even clip the katana into the fucking holster. They have a religious fucking statue in the game without permission. These people that are trying to sell you some form of diversity don't give a fuck, and all they want to do is just pander to the biggest audience that they possibly can, and in the process they're fucking alienating everything. I'm not gonna fucking play Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm not gonna fucking play Concord. I can even if I wanted to, because it's turned off. But you know what I am gonna play? I'm gonna play fucking Forever Winter. That shit looks fucking awesome. I'm gonna just be a fucking scavenger. I'm gonna just be trying to survive while other people are shooting off guns next to me. That's kind of what we're already doing. I get to play a video game with that, but at least there's gonna be mechs and shit. That shit sounds fucking banging. You know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna be sad that fucking Concord's not around. Because why would I? The game insults your intelligence. The game just doesn't fucking care. They didn't have an identity. It would be like if Doom Eternal was made without knowing it wanted to be an arena shooter and tried to be a fucking Call of Duty clone, which they tried to do in the past, and it didn't work. It fucking blew up in their face, and they had to go back to the drawing board because there was an oversaturation of it. And by it, I mean the Call of Duty clones at the time. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, even Resistance was one of them. I had Resistance on the PS3. I don't know if that's an unpopular take. That's a game that I enjoyed quite a bit. Resistance 3. I enjoyed all of them though. With Concord being $40 at price for it on release, which didn't last long because it got shut down 2 weeks in. I want you to think about all the games that you've wanted to play over the years, just anybody in general that could be listening to this. Anybody that has a backlog of games. When these people are releasing these types of games, what are they doing that would possibly make you want to play them over, say, something like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Witcher 3? Because if Witcher 3 released at $40, it wouldn't. But if it did around the same time as Concord, I can't imagine Concord would possibly be doing well. If The Witcher 3 released for $70 baseline, which is why I'm saying I agree with Asmon. I kind of went into it, but then I talked about Brotato because I'm playing it and I like Brotato. If Witcher 3 released for $70, nobody would have batted an eye because that game was amazing. I should know, I have like fucking 1,000 hours in the game between my GOG copy, my Steam copy, and my Xbox copy. I like that game so much that I bought it on my computer twice, and I bought it on my Xbox. You can ask my wife. I have The Witcher 3 in our closet with my gaming pile over there. I fucking love The Witcher. There's a lot of other games like that I would buy multiple times. I own Bully on my Xbox. I own Bully on my Wii. I own Bully on my PC. And it's not because of any crazy thing. I just like the game a lot, and I want to be able to play it when I want to play it. So I bought it on all of my things so that if one of them stops working, I can play it. If you just make a good game, chances are people will want to play it. I don't like the whole argument that the game was failed because of the $40 price tag. Because okay, why didn't The Witcher fail? I'm sorry, I'm not going to give benefit of the doubt for a $40 price tag when I think Forever Winter is being released at $27. A game that's been purposefully advertising to say, yeah, fuck that $70 bullshit and fuck everything else going on with that. Here's a good game for $27. And maybe Forever Winter will release and be bad. I don't know. We have no way of knowing until it comes out. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be playing it. And with that being said, I'll probably also be there for Sparking Zero when that comes out, because I'm fucking scared shitless of that game being released, because I'm still traumatized from Xenoverse and fucking Ultimate Tenkaichi. Shout out if anybody fucking remembers that hunk of trash. Oh man, that traumatized me. I grew up with Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I bought that game on the Wii. I had it for PS2. I lost all of my copies. I ended up rebuying 2, 1, and then my girlfriend or fiance actually got me 3 for my PS2, which that's a $200 game. So I got invested interest in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That was a game that I played a lot growing up with all of my friends. We used to do like tournament mode back in the day where we'd all just take turns whooping each other's ass. At the time when we started doing that, I was usually the one getting my ass kicked a lot, but then I became the ass kicker, and I thought it was interesting when I got the game again for my Wii. It's the same thing with Smash Brothers. I want to own every single Smash Brothers because I will run through everybody on that. But these games, yes, may hold a nostalgic value for me. So in regards to Sparking Zero, as opposed to Concord earning my buy, which I'm really hoping Sparking Zero doesn't come out and be shit. I hope that game comes out and is good. I know I'm asking for a lot from a Dragon Ball game, but please let me cope. I don't know if microtransactions are planned, but I'm sure they are, because it's not a Dragon Ball Z game in 2024 if there's not microtransactions. But you see how those things are things that I'm hyped about. Forever Winter, which isn't trying to disrespect me as a consumer. Sparking Zero, which is something that's of nostalgic value to me. That one's more subjective, but I'm sure we all have something that is either nostalgic or hypes us up personally that may not hype up other people that we're willing to buy no matter what. But the thing is those games pander to me specifically. They're not trying to be something that they're not for the sake of getting the most amount of people to buy as they possibly can, and failing at it at the same time. They have an identity, which is something that I respect about them. With Brotato, this game is pretty fucking fun based off of what you're seeing on here. I haven't really been paying much attention because I've been ranting about Concord, but that's the thing. Why would I pay $40 for a hunk of shit when I can spend $5 and play this? If I was going to spend $40, you know what I would buy? I would buy Helldivers. If I wanted to spend $40, I would buy a game that's on sale. As a matter of fact, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what's on sale. Let's find games that are 40 bucks. Oh, actually, I could spend 30 bucks for Helldivers. Yeah, fuck Concord. You could get Spider-Man for 40 bucks. You could get Street Fighter 6 for 30. Highly recommend V-Rising. Put a shit ton of time into that. Love that game. You could get Deep Rock Galactic. You could get Deep Rock fucking Galactic and not hate your life. I like Days Gone. Days Gone is $12. You could get that. It's not the most grandiose experience, but the gameplay is fucking tight. What about Concord has any form of identity that could possibly outweigh some of those simple games that I just highlighted there? There is nothing that Concord offers or had offered before it went down. This was the biggest waste of shit that Sony spent money on. They spent $100 million on this game. Why? Who looked at that game and went, oh yeah, this is going to be the future of team-based PvP? It wasn't anything. It was a waste of $100 million. I could think of infinite better things, and that game is probably part of the reason that Sony cut down on a bunch of other shit, like their single-player games, which as some of them probably could get that. I'm hoping that we don't get a Last of Us 3, because that was something. Moral of the story, fuck Concord. I hope that Sony recovers from that and goes back to the old game plan of focusing on the single player games, or if they're gonna do multiplayer and team-based games, I hope that they at least start from scratch. And they have Bungie, so they could probably have Bungie do something else, which don't fucking get me started on Halo. That's gonna be a video I make at a later day talking about that, because I got some thoughts on it. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about the fucking Sony, or I'm not happy about fucking 343 stance on no Bungie. Anyways, I don't think price mattered to any extent of the sale. I think that the people that haven't bought the game, well, I'm saying haven't, like the game's still here. You can't buy Concord anymore. I feel like the people that held out on buying Concord were never going to buy it to begin with, because that game didn't know what it wanted to be or who it wanted to sell to. And I believe that anybody that was going to drop 40 bucks on that game would have just dropped 40 bucks on another game, because, dude, that game came out in the same window as Black Myth Wukong. My girlfriend doesn't even play very many video games. That's part of the reason we got into Brotato, is because I was looking for games for her to play and that are easy enough to understand. And Brotato plays similarly to Vampire Survivor, but it's more like arena survival based, where you make your builds custom. And they have like World of Warcraft armor sets back when they had them. If they don't have them, I haven't played World of Warcraft since Shadowlands, when they turned fuck me. I didn't want to get into that. When they turned the Lich King into the Bitch King. When they turned the fucking Crown of Damnation into the fucking Kurgerbing crown. I even kind of defended Blizzard for a time when they turned the Lich King into the Bitch King, because I was like, don't worry guys, we gotta wait to see how the story unfolds. Because BFA, contrary to most opinion, told the story in a really shitty way, because you had to play through Horde and Alliance to get the story and read a couple of books. But the story was pretty good until we got to Shadowlands, and they turned the Lich King into the Bitch King and turned the Crown of Damnation into a fucking Kurgerbing crown. I'm trying not to scream. I can't scream. My wife is sleeping behind me. I main a Death Knight. I don't anymore, because I quit World of Warcraft after that. I have not touched World of Warcraft since my character is still sitting at level 70, I believe it is. I didn't play Dragonflight. I don't even know how Dragonflight is. I heard Dragonflight was good. The dragon riding looked kind of cool. I was going to hop back in with one of the guilds that I used to raid with. Even got as far back as them holding a raid spot for me. I decided against it because I started doing Muay Thai, doing that consistently and working out consistently. You know, honestly, them turning Bolvar into the Bitch King and destroying the Crown of Damnation probably helped me helped me get back into martial arts and stuff, because I had spent 2 years repairing myself and getting my life together. After they ruined my boy, I kind of dropped off. I had to go and reinvent myself. Wow, that's actually kind of a deep thought. Blizzard is inadvertently responsible for me getting my life together. They created an expansion so bad that I needed to go and just fix my life, bro. I've heard Asmund say a bunch, a good game will keep you down or some shit. This was the opposite. Blizzard in a way uplifted me. They uplifted me away from the game. Once upon a time, people thought Wrath of the Lich King was the greatest expansion. There's been difference in opinion on that nowadays, because we have hindsight, and you know, we can look back and see the changes where the game started to fall. For me, Wrath is my favorite expansion because obviously I got my main class out of it. I mained fucking Death Knight. Before then I mained Rogue and Paladin. Blizzard fucked up an expansion on death. Their greatest expansion was an expansion based off of death, and they fucked it up. They fucked up an expansion on death. Arthas was hinted to be involved or some shit. Like, they wanted to bring him in. I didn't get to play it because I quit after the cinematic reveal of the Kurgerbing crown. I thought I worked through that. I guess not. I'm still upset. There'll never be justice. I hope whoever was in charge of that mission and whoever thought that that was a good idea when Chris Metzen came back fired them. I hope that the next time they do major retcons, they retcon that whole fucking expansion. They made an expansion on death and they made it awful. Blizzard used to make fucking expansions where you would go into fucking enemy territory like Outlands, and you would just straight up ball on everything. You came right through the front door, war and all. You went to Northrend, you knocked right on their goddamn door, you went straight to war. Even Cataclysm. Deathwing came in through our front door, he fucked our shit up, we went to war, bro. Even with the fucking panda, we started fucking shit up, and then we learned the error of our way or some shit, whatever the pandas were on back then. And then we went to Orc Lords of Orknor, went to war. We go into Outland. I'm skipping some expansions like Legion and BFA. It's more of the same. We go to war in Legion and then we go to war in BFA, except we're like committing genocide and shit. Which I guess that's kind of an upgrade, but a downgrade in quality though later on. We go to Shadowlands. I think I blacklisted Shadowlands from my brain. I can't really tell you how it's. Oh no, I remember. We're going through that fucking. We're going through fucking Citadel. I guess I remember that. I defended Shadowlands quite a bit because a lot of it was content drought, and I think COVID happened around that time. So I could understand the. I could understand a lot of the delays and shit. I could even understand being behind on everything. What I'll never understand is turning Bolvar into the Bitch King and then turning I would have defended that too if they didn't turn the Crown of Damnation into a Kurgerbing crown. Bro, that is a fucking meme on Facebook. They did a Facebook. Bro, it might have been some Blizzard devs that made Concord. Like, legit, it might have actually been some former Blizzard devs that made Concord. Not the good Blizzard devs, but some of them. Blizzard's gonna get a rant at some point. Moral of the story, I'm not gonna spend $40 on Concord. I'm not gonna spend $15 on World of Warcraft for it to shit down my throat. And I'm not gonna spend whatever the expansions are for them to keep traumatizing me anymore. They officially broke my Stockholm Syndrome with Kurgerbing Crown. And if I'm gonna spend $40 anywhere, I'm gonna spend it on like Helldivers. And the reason I'm insisting on Helldivers because I know there's negativity with it. Earlier in the video when I said if I'm gonna spend money on a video game, it's gonna be on these games, and I talked about the economy and everything, I haven't played Helldivers. I just got to see my friends play it, and I just kind of sat there like the fucking dog in a fire meme, going, this is fine, everything's okay. And yeah, I really want to play it, even if it's kind of fallen out of popularity. I normally arrive at things late. Like I didn't get to play Classic WoW when it was huge. But part of it's also just because of stuff that was going on in my life, and then after the Kirker being Crown incident, it just kind of killed my urge to play WoW. I haven't had that urge in a long time. I get the urge to log on from time to time, and occasionally I do, but it's usually just on like one of my level 20s, and then I'll just go roam around, because I still love World of Warcraft. I love the world. If I could play like Legion, any expansion before for free, I would probably do it. If I could afford to like do all my bills and buy new games and have the time to do a million things, I would probably still play it. If I could just have my already progressed character and just go through and do things like PvP and raid, I would probably still do everything on there. The problem is I don't like what the game is right now, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to invest into something that just feels like it's going to insult my time, which is a lot of what World of Warcraft does with its time gating. But this isn't about World of Warcraft. I need to shut the fuck up about World of Warcraft. Yeah, moral of the story, the price doesn't really matter as long as the quality matches what you're buying. If the quality doesn't match what you buy, then of course the price point's going to be a part of why it doesn't sell. But like Asma said, less than 5%, because if you're going to spend 40 bucks on something, you're going to want to spend 40 bucks on something that doesn't insult your time. So part of the reason that, I don't know if this was mentioned earlier in the video, part of the reason that I don't have all the characters unlocked and everything, because I do on my other save, except for level 5, I don't have Demon, I believe it is the last character unlocked, is because I bought this game specifically to prove a point that the pricing of a game doesn't matter if you make a good game. That's why I figured I'd play this game while I record, just for the simple fact that I wanted something to play as background. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing with the format of these videos, is just recording and going from there with everything. I think I'm done with my angry rant now. I guess I'll talk more about the sake of the channel. I know I want to cover MMA content, and I also want to cover gaming content. I'm working on some scripted videos, but those videos are going to take me time to get up and running, so I might do some free format content for a bit. But if I get any recommendations, I may go with that. As far as Twitch streaming and everything, I have a Twitch. Maybe I'll add the links in here and do some stuff with that, but it's a matter of whenever I get the time to. I am on vacation this week. I may record some more videos and upload. Maybe I'll angry react to other stuff. Maybe I'll just upload Let's Plays or something. No idea, cross that bridge when I get to it. But for now, if you guys have been watching, thanks for watching. Any ideas or suggestions are welcome. But for now, I've been Jet, and you guys stay safe out there. Peace and fuck Concord.